surprising end to a landmark federal trial that accused social media giant Meta of purposely designing its platforms to keep young people hooked, contributing to mental health problems, then misleading the public about it. Now, Meta didn't really fight those allegations anymore because the company, which is behind Facebook and Instagram, is now not only agreeing to pay over $17 billion to settle a lawsuit brought by nearly every state, but also to make significant major changes aimed at protecting kids and teens online. Under the agreement, teens could face a 2-hour daily limit on Facebook and Instagram unless a parent approves more time. Meta would also shut off notifications during school hours, strengthen age checks and parental controls, and limit content that involves bullying and eating disorders and self-harm. The company would also reduce features like likes that critics say just fuels social comparison and a lot of the problems. Now, the settlement would be paid over about a 10-year period, billions going to states for children's mental health programs. Meta, by the way, is also pushing TikTok and YouTube to adopt similar safeguards. But here's the problem. The critics say this settlement doesn't go far enough. Florida, in fact, is refusing to join, calling this payout too small compared with the harm that social media is allegedly causing kids. Remember, Meta made over $60 billion in profits last year alone. Is this a big hit to them? And that brings me to a big question, many that I have. Is this going to be enough to curb what is a seemingly ongoing mental health crisis among our youth? I'm joined now by Dr. Rebecca Bailey, leading family psychologist, author of Safe Kids, Smart Parents. Dr. Bailey, by the way, served as J.C. Dugard's primary therapist following her 2009 rescue from 18 years in captivity. I'm always happy to have you on to talk about this. Look, from a legal point of view, am I surprised that they did this? They got the money, but, admitting that they're at fault here, admitting that they have to make changes, paying up, that's a hefty price tag. I don't care what company you are. It's significant. Do you believe, though, that measures like this, the promises that they say they're going to make to their platforms, is that going to be enough?
Absolutely not. It's a start. It's a big start on one level, but this is a societal shift that we are going to have to really be conscious from parents up down to really see something change. We're pretty, the horse is out of the barn pretty far, right? There's so much more work to do.
But a 2-hour daily limit, turning off notifications during school hours, I have to imagine that might have a benefit.
Well, there's two challenges here. One is when, as we know, you cut off the head of a snake and another one pops up. So I'm not convinced that one company, because it's not just Meta, we know that. And the 2 hours, you got to think, what is the 2 hours that your kids are being exposed to? What are they acting like when they move away? And then when they step away? And then what are we talking about in single family homes where it's a type of babysitter? And I'm interested in how they're going to get the 2 hours and police it. I have raised my own teenagers in addition to worked with quite a few, and I know how they can go deep underground. There's I don't think this is the answer. The answer is parents getting a little more conscious, talking to children. We've got to stop being so disconnected from each other. Well, we've got to unplug the devices around us and focus on.
Here's the interesting part about it. If I talked about a settlement like this in any other context where a company is essentially admitting fault and willing to pay off a hefty sum, there might be those who say, oh my gosh, I'm not going to use that product again. It's not going to be the case here. I don't think people are going to stop using the social media platforms unless these changes create a less attractive option for young people. And unless they go to other platforms, they say go to TikTok and YouTube has to make changes. But when I was listening to this, I'm thinking, if the platform is changed in such a significant way that it becomes less attractive for the children or young people, you tell me.
Right. I mean, think of what it does with smoking and things like that. I think kids, we know from the research that social media is a way they stay connected with each other. if they're not, and I bring this up a lot, the Australian study, when they set the guidelines, all it did was push it further down. I mean, we have to start somewhere. I am somebody, and this seems like a big start, but I think for a $60 billion company, I don't know how big a start it is. So, but we've really got to pay attention. We got to get the devices out of our cars, out of our kids' rooms, out of our hands
tough.
at dinner.
It's tough. It's really, really, really tough. But I hear you. And look, it's going to be up to the parents, at least then with these new changes, to make sure they don't go over that limit, right? There's a limited time being put on. They should adhere to this, or maybe that's something to think about. Listen, Dr. Bailey, thank you for taking the time. One thing I'm thinking about is, why didn't they want this to go to trial? Maybe they didn't want certain testimony to come out. I don't know, something to think about, conversation for another day. But Dr. Rebecca Bailey, thank you so much.
Excellent. Nice to see you. Take care.
Good seeing you.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.